Alright, thanks for joining me for College Football Talk. I'm going to be talking about the Big Ten West standings and the battle for third. So, for number one, I have Wisconsin. I think that's pretty obvious. They don't return Jonathan Taylor, but they return Groshek, and he's a great running back. They return Jack Cohn, Quintus Cephas. So that's pretty understandable for one. Two, I have Minnesota, and I won't put Minnesota ahead of Wisconsin until they beat them recently. And they haven't done that. So 1 and 2 are pretty solid. Minnesota doesn't return Rashad Bateman. I think that's something noticeable to point out. So for third, there's 3 teams that come to mind: Purdue, Nebraska, and Iowa. In my previous video, I said Iowa's not going to be that great this year for many reasons. If you haven't seen that video, you should check it out. And that just leaves Purdue and Nebraska for third. And Scott Frost hasn't beaten Purdue in his tenure, and there's 2 main reasons why I don't want to put Nebraska above Purdue. The first one is what I mentioned, is recently Purdue's beat Nebraska, and it's 2 years in a row. Okay, there's that reason. Another reason is Nebraska hasn't gotten a quality, significant win recently. Iowa got it 2 years ago, or 3 years ago against Ohio State. Purdue got it 2 years ago. Illinois got their significant win over Wisconsin last season, and Minnesota got their significant win against Penn State last season as well. Nebraska just doesn't have something like that recently. So that's why they don't deserve the third spot, and Purdue does. Okay, so I have Wisconsin 1, Minnesota 2, Purdue 3, Nebraska 4. I do think they're better than Iowa. Then Iowa 5. Iowa has a lot of shoes to fill, but not as much as Illinois, which is at 6. And 7, I have Northwestern. So Illinois, Northwestern, it was kind of a toss-up for me. I didn't know who was the better team. Northwestern was really bad last year, but Illinois has so much shoes to fill, it's unreal. So yeah, those are my 7 standings and the battle for third in the Big Ten West. I plan to do an East one sometime soon. Okay, thanks for joining me. Yeah.